Hi, this is Ken. This spiritual video is called Humanity's Hubris. Hubris is simply a belief that we can do what we want, regardless of the results of what happens. Ever since humanity became the dominant species on our planet, we have had hubris. We have believed that since we are more intelligent, that we have the right to do anything that we want, especially to other forms of life that are not as advanced or not as intelligent as we are. And therefore, we needlessly kill animals, cut down trees, destroy other life forms. We even kill each other because we believe we are more intelligent and therefore we have the right to do all of these things, that other lives and other life forms are not as important as we are. We grow up in a world of the ego, a world that is self-centered, in which we are taught from the moment we are born that we must take care of ourselves and that we are the most important person that there is, regardless of how it may affect anyone else. That we need to succeed in the world in order to live a good life and to be happy and have meaning in our life. And therefore, we need to get a good education. We need to get a good job, have many material things, be able to travel, and do all the best things that life has to offer. And if we do all these things, then we have led a good life and a meaningful life. And regardless if other people are hurt by the results of what we've done, we have the right to do that because we must take care of ourselves and that we are more intelligent than others and other forms of life. So humanity believes, because of our intelligence and our dominance on our planet, that lower life forms such as animals, trees, and other forms of life are not as important, not as valuable as human life, and therefore can be destroyed, harmed, or taken advantage of because they are not human, and that the only thing important is humanity, and everything else is secondary. We therefore needlessly kill animals for food and hides when other forms of food and clothing are available, synthetics. So we no longer needed to kill animals. Though at one time perhaps we did, we certainly don't need to now, with the ability to substitute other types of foods for meat. We also don't need to destroy trees, which are live and have a spirit within them, just as we have a spirit within us, and all animals have a spirit within them as well. We no longer need to kill trees because not only do we have other forms of materials that we can use to build homes with, but we no longer need the wood. And the trees could absorb the carbon dioxide from our atmosphere, which has helped destroying our world because of climate change. So we have all of these beliefs, but everything is centered around the fact that humanity is the most important life form there is, and therefore has the right to do anything it pleases to other forms of life. Nothing could be further from the truth. When you start on a spiritual path, you will begin to understand that there is a spirit, a piece of God, a higher self within every single life and life form, not only within every human life form, but within every single life and different form of life, including animals, which we consider lower life forms, and trees and plants and other things as well. And therefore, everything that has a spirit in it is equally important. It doesn't matter that humanity is the most dominant form of life because of our intelligence and our beliefs. All that matters is that there is a spirit that has every bit as much right to live and survive and thrive in a lower life form as it does in humanity. And therefore, if we need not destroy it and destroy the life that that spirit is occupying, then we must not. And then to go one step further with humanity, not only do we believe that we are better than all other life forms that there are, but there are many people who believe that they are better than other people. Even though we all have the same exact peace of God spirit present within us that represents unconditional love shared selflessly with all, there are still people who believe because of the color of their skin, because of their religion, because of the country that they live in, because of their sex, sexual preference, or any of other hundreds or thousands of reasons that we use to differentiate ourselves from other people, that they are better and more deserving than other people, even though those other people also have a spirit. They believe that they are more important and more deserving, and therefore should have the best that life has to offer and not have to worry about people who have less. So there are parts of humanity that believe they are superior to other parts of humanity. Talk about hubris. So somebody who is wealthy, white, Christian, lives in a Western country that is very developed, famous, have a very prestigious job, may believe and often do believe that their life is more important, more significant than someone who is Black or Hispanic, Oriental, living in a poor, undeveloped country, who may be homeless, not have an education, be as intelligent as someone else like that. They believe that their life is more important than the life of another who doesn't have all of the things that we learned are bring success in somebody's life. With spirituality, you come to realize that absolutely nothing that we are taught in life from the moment of our birth is real or true. It, it is a facade, that is a mirage, that we believe that success in life comes from all of those things that I had just talked about, rather than from embracing our spiritual center, our peace of God within, the love that is within us, that is selfless, and sharing it with all others. Often, people go through their entire life believing that because they were able to make a lot of money and have big home and many material possessions, a family, be able to do all the really good things in life, have a prestigious job, have people look up to them, that they have led a successful life and their life has been worthwhile. The reality is, though, as they approach death, if they know it's coming, and they review their life, they will understand there is nothing that they could take with them. That when they die, they will be buried or cremated, nothing will accompany them. And though their memory may live on in some other people, it will die eventually, and they will be forgotten. And their life, though successful, will have been lived without meaning. You don't need money, fame. You don't need prestige to have a certain appearance in order to have meaning in your life. every single life, whether it be poor or rich, whether it be destitute or living in a mansion, whether it be any comparison that is possible that humanity makes between people is equally valuable because each contains a spirit, a piece of God that is within. And with spirituality, you will come to understand that only together, only by sharing our spirit selflessly with all others will your life have meaning. That same person who may not live as long as someone who is wealthy, who may live their entire life impoverished, not being able to get the education or the benefits that other people have who live in wealthy countries and have been able to go to college and get prestigious jobs and make a lot of money. That poor person who is living impoverished may well have lived a much more meaningful, important life that someone who has all the benefits in life did. If they embrace the spiritual path in within, accepting the peace of God that is present, sharing its love selflessly with all, by doing that, its spirit and memory, when the time comes to pass, the spirit and memory of the person who is poor and destitute and uneducated will continue to live on in every single other person and their spirit that they affected during their life. Humanity's hubris is believing everything that we were taught, our egoistic, self-centered beliefs is true. They are not. It is the cause, this hubris is the cause of war, of hate, of distrust, of inequality, of hunger, homelessness, and every other man-made and man-caused problem throughout time and presently today. Only by embracing our spiritual center, by sharing our love and resources equally with all others, will our hubris finally be checked and the possibility and the potential for spiritual evolution of humanity present itself.